part 2 of my Perfectly Posh review. I wanted to start off by sharing just a little bit more about Perfectly Posh with you. Perfectly Posh is a company that carries over 120 different pampering products, all created without parabens, sulfates, and they are a cruelty-free company, which is something that I really do appreciate in a company. Everything is made here in the US and it all costs under $25, which is nice. I like to know that I'm not going to have to spend $50 if I fall in love with a face wash or something. So there's just a little bit more information about the company. If you want more information, you can talk to Kylie, the independent consultant I've been working with, and I will leave her email and website at the end of this video. So let's get into the very first product that I tried. This is the BFF Best Face Forever Face Wash and Exfoliating Gel. This stuff was amazing. My first impression was that it had a very pleasant smell and then a great texture. I was very surprised by how little goes a long way. How much it just, I mean, once you add water to this product, it basically doubles, almost triples, I would think, in the amount that you think you have on your finger. And it was very gentle and smooth, but I could feel those exfoliating microbeads just working on my skin. And I really feel that it helped kind of, I mean, I like that it's a daily thing. And you know, sometimes you use an exfoliator once or twice a week and you got those days where I still feel like I've got peeling going on or something like that, and this kind of took care of that everyday feeling for me. And I also feel like it helped with some of the blackheads around my nose. I tend to get little whiteheads and little blackheads right in here sometimes, that I feel like this really helped clean better than things that I've used in the past. Now this is probably a product I will be repurchasing. Here's a closer look at it, and I just wanted to say here what it has in it. I have a little card here. Now it's got peppermint, cucumber, and grapefruit in a base of nourishing aloe. I don't know if that's all of the ingredients, but that's, I believe, the main ingredients in this product. So I was using this every day for the last week and a half, 2 weeks almost, and I've been using it with this moisturizer 911. Now I am typically a little wary of trying out moisturizing products because I have such oily skin and I am so acne prone that it's hard for me to find a good balance of moisturizer that's going to give my skin what it needs but not over moisturize so that I'm, you know, getting more acne and more breakouts. Now, this one did not come with a card, but this one to me has just such a sweet, light smell, but not like sickeningly sweet. Like it's so soft. It's a very soft smell. It has more of like a lotion texture, I feel, than a cream. And I used about a dime-sized amount the first time, and I felt like I actually like this better than the moisturizer I've been using for the last, I don't know, 6 years, and which is a bummer because I have like 5 of those to finish up before I switch to this one. But this one it's actually slightly more affordable than the one I am currently using, and I really felt the hydration versus getting oily, where sometimes I feel like I'll skip the moisturizer I'm using currently and only do it like every other day, because a daily use can just get me to that point where I'm breaking out because I'm over hydrating my skin. So this was really nice, and I actually like the texture of this. With it being more lotiony and less creamy, I feel like it was just light enough to give me what I needed. So and then I have this Farmer's Market. It's a natural handcrafted body butter. Now this stuff, you guys, it it smells amazing. I can't get over what it smells like. Here's a look at a full-size product. Here's a look at the sample that I got, and oh my god, you guys, it's like watermelon starbursts on steroids. It smells so good, and it feels so smooth and so soft on the skin. I've been using this on my elbows, forearms, and décolletage area, kind of just mainly upper body. I did use it on my legs a couple of times after shaving, but I feel like it's really helped with the smoothness of my elbows, keeping those a little more hydrated. And I actually noticed a big difference in my skin here, because normally sometimes this area can get, I don't know, you know, a little dry, and with it being summer and I've gotten sunburn here a couple times, this was very helpful with that. So I just felt like it kept me looking a little smoother. It gave a little bit of nice shine to my skin, and I am in love with the smell. I've never smelled a product that I instantly was just like, boom. It hits you right away, and then it lasts, and I don't know, I like Starburst, so I loved it. I do want to talk about a product that I didn't like so much. This is the Chin Up Buttercup. The full size is 6 bubble bath breaks in a box. Mine came with 2, so like it comes with 6 little breaks here. Now I used 1 initially. It says to use with running water, and I placed it in, and it gave a nice great fizz, like, you know how like when you drop a mint in soda you get the fizzing. So I got the fizz, but I didn't get any bubbles, and I thought, did I do it wrong? Should I have held it under the running water like the entire time, or not just drop in that area? So I tried it again, this time holding the second bar that I had in under the water. Again, I got great fizz, and as it was fizzing, I smelled something, you know, faintly, like a faint, pleasant smell, but there were no bubbles, and I didn't really feel like my water felt any different, and there wasn't really even a pleasant smell that I could just be like, I'd like it for the smell. So this to me was not something I would repurchase or use again, because I didn't see a point to that, and I hate to say that about something that comes in such a cute box, but it just didn't work for me. So fortunately that was my no-go one. Here I have the MFEO, Mint for Each Other. This is a luxurious soap bar bursting with rosemary and crisp peppermint, and it's supposed to be like sort of an exfoliating soap bar. I brought I've used about half of it. This was quite a bit thicker when I got it, but I wanted to say I love the way this feels when I'm in the shower. And the weird thing is it doesn't, I mean, it lathers up like really well. I get a lot of that soapy, you know, where it's almost like if you see the lathering, you feel like it's working better. And this gave a really nice lather. These little brown spots are pretty exfoliating, and I liked the feel of them on my skin. It was almost like, you know that relief feeling when you itch a scratch, or you scratch an itch? This kind of almost gave that to my whole body. The only problem with it is I felt like it dried my skin out a little too much. And I felt like I had to go over and wash with like a more moisturizing body wash. But I mean, I liked the feel of it. I liked the way it lathered. I liked the smell. The rosemary and peppermint is just very relaxing and clean smelling, if that's a good way to describe it. But I don't like the idea of having to use 2 products to get my feeling. But then again, I suppose if I wore this, you know, use this in the shower, came out with my farmer's market, you know, I would get that moisturized feeling back in my skin. But I do think this would work great as an exfoliator. And also, one of the areas I did notice that I actually really like to use this for, and this might get a little TMI, whatever, I did really like it for my under armpit area, because, you know, that area gets sweaty and it's touching itself all day, and also for my inner thigh, because that area rubs and touches all day and it can get sweaty there too. So I actually did like this for those areas specifically, and when I used it in those areas, I didn't feel like I needed to go back with another you know, body wash or something to re-moisturize. So I did like it for that, and I do feel like it helped lighten my underarm area just a little bit. Now I have another in-shower product. I kind of messed this label up here because I took it in the shower with me, but this is the Appeal to Me Snarky Bar. It's sort of the citrus scented snarky bar. Now this one I felt was a little bit rough. I think for like this one, I mean, I'm wondering if you can even hear that grittiness. I don't know if my camera will pick that up, but this one almost hurt in some places, where I feel like for people with sensitive skin, the really sharp exfoliating beads or whatever, and this is not maybe the best for someone with sensitive skin, but again, this worked well in areas on like my feet and my knees and my elbows. I really liked it for those areas. This one didn't leave me as dry as the MFEO bar, but it also didn't lather as well, so I felt like I just kept scrubbing and scrubbing and scrubbing. But I did really like this for knees, elbows, feet, but I wouldn't recommend it for somebody with sensitive skin. I do love the smell. I love citrus scented things, and this one is, it's just, whoever works in the scent department for Posh is on point. Do not ever fire that person, because these, I just feel like everything smells oh so good, and like I would want a candle of this bar. So one last product to show you for this video, and then I'll be showing 4 more products in part 3. So this one is the Walk on the Beach Sand Scrub, and this is an exfoliator for feet and elbows, and this one I have used completely all gone. I wish I had left a little bit more to show you guys, but when I first saw this, I thought it was going to be very hard, very scratchy, almost like, you know, little crystals kind of. And actually what ended up turning out to be was that once I touched it, it became very like jelly, or almost like a thicker jello, I don't know, but I loved the texture. I used this on the heels of my feet, and this really got a lot of that dead skin off, and it did it in a gentle way where I didn't feel like with some scrubs that I've used in the past designed for those areas, they were, you know, really rough, and you know how sometimes they fall away because they're so rough. Because this clumped together and kind of got into that gel form, I was able to have a lot more control with where I was placing the product and feeling like it was staying there, and then just being able to work it into my skin. So that was really nice. And as far as smell goes, I don't think this one is, you know, as strong as some of the others, but it does have a very nice smell. A little more floral than all the other ones. And let's see, this says here that it has jojoba and acai softened with sugar and white sand in a delightful beachy scent. I cannot say this word. I'm like, let me just, whoo. And then jasmine and plum. But I mean, you're supposed to use it, you know, with water. So I just did mine in the shower, because that's just easier for me. But I feel like this would be great for somebody who does at-home pedicures for themselves, that this would work really, really well. So those are my first thoughts on the Posh products that I've been using, and I will get back to you guys in part 3 with the rest of the items. See you in my next video. Thanks for watching. Bye guys.